Hello again, David01 viewers and viewettes. Welcome back to another review. Today, we've got the Make It Blocks Fighter Jet Construction Block set. This set, it's the last one of the year. I know. This is the last David01 review of 2024. So let's make it a good one. Let's get right into this box. As you can see, it says Make It Blocks Fighter Jet on the front, construction block set. Costs $1.25, contains 30 pieces, right? 30 pieces right here. Compatible, fits with all leading brands. Ages 6+. We have a nice image of the fighter jet itself here on the front. On the top, we have a side view of the fighter jet and the same information on the front. On this side, it's the same information but without the image. On the other side, is the exact same as the other side. I don't know why you would expect anything different. And on the bottom is absolutely nothing. We have the back here. We have 2-in-1 design. This set is 2 for the price of 1. So you get 2 builds for $1.25. That's a great deal if you ask me. But are the builds worth it? We will get into that. Also, you can't forget the barcode. Very important on the back of the box. That's it with the box. Let's move on to the instructions. As always, with the instructions, you can gather the pieces if you have them at home. And you can build the set if you have the pieces, but not necessarily have the actual box. Here's the instructions for Design A, which is the one on the front of the box. As you can see, we got 6 steps here. Nothing too difficult, nothing too complicated. On the other side, we have the instructions for Design B. Design B is this one. Design B is this one. If you remember from the back of the box, it's the one beneath Design A. That's how things work. Design B here, it uses the same pieces, obviously. This design does have a 1 step less though, so that is Needle Burrito. So here it is. Here's Design A. Here's the design that's on the front of the box. It is a little fighter jet, as you can see. Not much going on here. I will say, I think this design is pretty neat. There is printing on this tile, which kind of sucks. Like, I get it, you put this printing on all the sets, but like you couldn't put it on a different piece or a hidden piece. You had to put it on the top here. Kind of ruins the flow of the top, if you ask me. There isn't much going on at the bottom. I will say, I'm just gonna tell you how it is. This little guy, he's an okay set. He reminds me a lot of the other small plate sets that I've covered. The police helicopter, the fire truck. It reminds me a lot of that. But there just isn't much going on here in Design A. For this design, there was 1 extra piece. But I will say it is small. So like if you want to like fly it and swoosh it around, it's good for that. It's not it's not big. Especially if you are one of the 6+ children that say on the front of the box. Right? It's not like a big set that you need a lot of effort to whoosh it around, which I will give it credit for that. But this is only Design A. Let's take a look at Design B. So here is Design B. I gotta say, while I was building this one, the thought appeared in my mind. I went, oh, this set might be good if you got like a bunch of these. And since there's 2 different designs for fighter jets, you could get a bunch of these, right? You could get like, imagine 5 or 10 of these sets. Imagine like 5 or 10 of these. And you built 5 of them one way, you built 5 of them the other way. And you could use them if you were doing like a aviation mock of some kind. These sets would be perfect for that. They're cheap. You get 2 designs. Like you could have, different squads in this design, different squads in the other design. I just thought that was a neat idea. Just if you were to buy a couple of these, I think it would make it worth better. But we're not here to talk about multiples of this set. I only have the 1. Let's take a look at Design B. Design B here, actually, I think is better than Design A. I'm going to be honest with you. Again, that printing, I wish they would have put it on a different piece. I think it ruins it a bit, but that's not really deducting any points. You get a better look at these pieces here. I do quite like these pieces. They're double studded. Let me just pop off this piece. You see that they're double studded. Those seem like they'd be very useful in other sets, which I think those pieces are really cool. Bit weird that there's a hole here. You could have put 1 more piece in this set to fill out that hole. This build does include 2 spare pieces. I feel like you could have replaced one of these with just like one more stud to fill out that space, but Again, I'm not a set designer at Makeup Blocks. I'm going to be the first to admit I'm not super into aviation vehicles, but do let me know in the comments below, is either Design A or Design B based off of a real fighter jet? I wish this review was longer, but there's just not a whole lot to talk about with this set. I do think it could be decent to somebody, right? I feel like if you were very much into like military stuff or like building like aviation mocks, I feel like this would do really well. Or another thing is like you could hang them. You get a bunch of these, put them on string, like you could loop a piece of string through that hole, and like hang them from your ceiling. I think that would be cool. That'd be neat. What's my final score? My final score for this set is a 5 out of 10. It's not my favorite Makeup Block set that I've reviewed, obviously. But that's it. That's all I've got for the year. As I say at the end of these, I always say, you know what I always say at the end of these? You can say it along with me. I always say, ooh, ooh.